Are you thinking about relocating to someplace that has, say, 340 days of sunshine with 200 golf courses you can play at all year round and citrus fruit literally falling in your lap? Well, maybe you're thinking about Phoenix, Arizona. Is Phoenix one of your choices in a possible relocation? Are you looking at the local employers? And maybe you're wondering, how much will it cost for me to actually live there? If so, this video is for you. I'm Maegann Yarbrough, the AZ real estate geek with eXp Realty. By the end of this video, you're going to know more about the local employers that we have here and approximate salaries that you can expect. You'll also know how much it actually costs to live here with housing, dining, shopping. You'll have a better understanding of where your money is going, and I hope you'll feel more confident about making your move to Phoenix. Did you notice that despite the high cost of living, it still remains popular? So first we're going to talk about some of the major employers out here and what you can expect to make if you were to work here in Phoenix. According to payscale.com, the annual family median income for a typical Phoenix family is about $67,000 a year. As of February 8th, 2021, the average salary for a Phoenix employee per job is about $57,000 a year, or about $27.44 an hour. Compare that to the national average of approximately $59,000. We're slightly below the average. But our living wage is about $15.28 an hour, which means the cost of living is slightly lower than some places in the country. One of the benefits out here in Phoenix is that we do have a lot of major employers out here that employ tens of thousands of employees. Phoenix is mostly known for education, healthcare, and technology. So it makes sense that our largest employers fall in that realm. With one exception, our largest employer based in the Phoenix area is PetSmart, if you can believe it, which employs almost 55,000 employees. The average PetSmart employee does make about $30,000 a year. Second in line is Banner Health. Banner Health runs a lot of the big hospitals in the area, and they employ about 50,000 people out here. With Banner Health, between doctors, nurses, aides, the average employee makes about $40,000 a year. In the technology field, we have two major semiconductor companies. One is ON Semiconductor, who employs about 36,000 employees. And we have another semiconductor company called Amkor Technologies that employs about 29,000 employees. Between those two companies, the average salary is about $90,000 a year. And then there's education. We have University of Arizona in Tucson. We have the Arizona State University based out of Tempe, Arizona. And then we have Apollo Group, which is the parent company of University of Phoenix. Those three schools alone employ 75,000 people in Arizona. And the average salary is somewhere around $44,000 a year. On top of a lot of our grocery stores and retail employers, the market is great here. If you need a job, you can usually get one in Phoenix. Okay, so let's talk about some costs. And we're gonna start with housing. I mean, you have to have a place to live out here, so let's just kind of figure out what your housing costs are gonna look like. According to bestplaces.net, the national median housing price is about $231,000. The median price for the Phoenix, Mesa, Scottsdale area is about $246,300. Now, just compare that to some other cities. Let's just take Los Angeles. Their median house price is $689,500. But if you look at the beautiful Austin, Texas, you're looking at $369,000. Or a really popular area right now, Boise, Idaho is $303,000. So although we're slightly higher than the national average, we're still quite a bit lower than a lot of the major cities. So basically, buying a house is not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Unlike Darth Vader's suit, am I right? If you're just not ready to buy a home and you're looking at rentals, know this, that basically 800 square foot apartment is going to run you somewhere around $1,200 a month, which really isn't too bad if you compare it with the national average of about $1,400 a month, or in LA, they're like $1,900 a month. Guys, 800 square foot, but that's apartments. Now, if you're coming here to actually rent a house, you're gonna have a totally different story, because guess what? There aren't any houses to rent. They're so hard to find. And if you are lucky enough to find a really nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath rental, it will probably minimum be $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month. So now that you found a place to live, how much does it take to actually maintain it? On smartasset.com, a 950 square foot home with 2 bedrooms has an average monthly utility bill of about $128 a month. The national utility bill is about $111 a month, so it is substantially higher. That doesn't actually sound too bad, unless you're thinking about staying here in the summertime. You know that Phoenix gets hot in the summer, right? So you want to heat-proof your house the best you can. You want to have really good windows, you want to have good insulation, and a lot of the newer homes really provide that out here. But if you're in an older home that's not as well insulated, or your windows are a little leaky, you could be looking at $500 a month just in air conditioning utility bills in the summertime. It's hot. So you want to take advantage of the fact that in the winter time, some people don't even ever turn on their heater all year. Can you believe that? I get cold. One of the other costs you're going to look at is your water costs. So we are in a desert, and we get most of our water funneled down to us from the Colorado River, the Salt River, and the Verde River. We don't have our own water here, so water can be pretty expensive. Yet for some reason, people have green grass out here and swimming pools. That is a lifestyle choice, and know that if you want green grass and gorgeous swimming pools, that you will have a higher water cost. One of the other fees some people don't factor in is homeowner association. So out here we have what are called HOAs, or homeowner associations, and they maintain the neighborhoods. Usually they remind you to make sure to pull your weeds and take down your Christmas lights, but they also make sure that people are making sure that the neighborhood's beautiful. In some cases, they'll actually do your lawn maintenance for you. But a homeowners association, depending on what area of the Phoenix Valley you're in, can range anywhere from $50 a month all the way up to $300 a month. One of the reasons people are flocking to Phoenix, especially from California and Texas, is to escape the property taxes. Arizona has phenomenally low property taxes. Ours average around $1,500 a month compared to the national average of $2,600 a month. What are you paying for property taxes? Now let's talk a little bit about those lifestyle costs, like groceries, dining, shopping. Overall, our grocery costs are slightly lower than the national average. For example, a dozen eggs will cost you $2.10 compared to the national average of $2.26. But it also depends on where you buy them. They're like $3 a dozen in Scottsdale. Come on, Scottsdale. Based on 2019 data from numbeo.com, a gallon of milk averages about $2.06 in Phoenix, whereas the national average is over $3. It surprises people to know that Phoenix does have farms. We actually do grow a lot of vegetables here. There's a lot of dairy ranches, there's a lot of meat ranches. We have farmers markets where you can get fresh, like farm to table food pretty cheap. Dining out, so think of your typical going to a lunch with a friend and you have a soda and a plate at a fairly decent restaurant. The two of you would walk out the door probably around $35 total with tip. If you're going out to a nice dinner, usually if you were getting a steak or a seafood, you're looking at about a $20 plate. And if you're going for fine dining, so if you wanted to go to Scottsdale and treat yourself with some delicious food and a bottle of wine, it'd probably run you about $100. As far as retail, we have a lot of the major retail outlets. We have Walmart, we have Target, we have Kohl's. Those are pretty common out here, so you can get pretty affordable clothing and retail goods that way. And then there's some really nice furniture places out here, but mostly it's very affordable unless you're really going crazy. We even have like Nordstrom Rack where you can get some luxury items at half the cost. Moving to a new part of the country can be a daunting endeavor, but I hope with some understanding of the cost of living here in the Phoenix metro area, you'll have more confidence about making your move to the Valley of the Sun. Has an average monthly utility bill